More investment is needed to support those who've suffered a head injury, according to a leading charity. Headway says that admissions into hospital following acute brain injuries have increased by 8% since 2001, but there hasn't been a proportional increase in funding. One family from Monmouthshire have spoken exclusively to BBC Wales after their son suffered a head injury while playing rugby. India Pollock reports.
My husband had just flown back from America. Beautiful October, 6th of October. And, you know, life was great for our family. And my youngest child, I was out in the garden and he said, "Mum, there's a policeman on the phone. Angus is in a helicopter." So I thought, no. And by the time I'd got back into the house, Tim had taken the message to say he'd had an accident, he was seriously ill.
Angus Swanson was a fit 18-year-old who had played rugby since he was 7. He'd enjoyed success with his school and local club, but it was later, when he was at university in London, that he suffered a head injury on the pitch and collapsed. He had to be airlifted to hospital.
I saw my son lying in a hospital bed with banks of machinery around him and completely lifeless. And 3 times within the 3 weeks he was in a coma, they called us into a small room and said, "We cannot do any more for him."
Angus had suffered a brain hemorrhage and was unconscious for 3 weeks. But luckily, he survived.
I woke up and thought, what the hell happened last night? As in thinking I'd just been out and just couldn't remember anything. And then I properly woke up, realised I couldn't move my arms, my legs or anything and couldn't actually talk.
Wait a minute.
After 6 weeks in London, he moved to a brain injury rehabilitation unit in Bristol.
So the first thing they do when they come in is they ask you, what do you want to do? What's your 3 main things you want to do? And I said, I want to walk. No, I said, I want to walk my dog in the wood, I want to run, and I want to get back to university. By the time I'd left, I'd walked 2 of them. I'd done 2 of them.
Angus's family say his never say die attitude helped him to get back on his feet. They also say his medical team was second to none. But others are not as lucky, and one charity says services can be patchy.
We do need more investment in this area. Statistics have shown recently that admissions into hospital following an injury have increased by 8% in Wales, and we haven't seen a proportionate increase in investment from the government.
The Welsh Government says it's increased funding in areas which support people affected by brain injury, including £1 million towards a plan which will help patients needing rehabilitation. Angus is back at university, but he says his life now is very different.
Angus Mark 1, as we say, before the accident, was quite brash, quite loud, very outgoing. Angus Mark 2 is a much nicer person, treats people much better, has a lot more respect for people and peers, dedicates much more time to his work and just put the sort of testosterone stupidity behind him.
For his mother, the experience has been a humbling one.
Angus showed me a child that I didn't even realise was there. I never realised how single-minded and determined he was.
Sharon Swanson ending that special report there from India Pollock. Now,